Peace, 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 peace. Thought, Islam, and thought out here on Moorish affairs, taking the dog out, letting the dog do what he want to do now. But I was thinking about those seven sages, Moorish American Muslim, Islam, praise Allah for the Moorish Science Temple of America. Islam. Just leave y'all with a quick thought. Praises be to Allah, honors to his prophet Noble Ali. Islam, just leave you with this real quick. We give honors to Brother Rasadi. Look at him as a Moorish sage of today. Islam, we give honors to Brother R. Jones Bey. Same thing. We give honors to Brother D. Bailey Ill, Brother E. Braswell Bey, Brother Prayford Ill. Islam, those are Moorish. Brother Lynch Bey, don't forget it. Just because he don't call himself a National Grand Sheik or a Supreme Grand Sheik, I want you Moors to understand. Let me turn this music down. I'm sitting here, I'm actually just vibing, but I want to share this with you, Moors, okay? There are some Moorish scholars out here, and you see them as brother or you see them as sister, but if you knew the studies and the works that they have put in the Moorish Science Temple of America in the 70s, when there was IPs and some inside of the Desmo crypts that they have closed now out there in the DC area. Those brothers, some in Leavenworth, okay, etc. Now they have become upright, independent, and fearless. They follow the prophet. They're not into whatever it was that they was into back then. These brothers have grown, right? And they have suppressed that lower self. There's some sages out here, truly, in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Now, and sometimes, Moors, you have to go through some things. Some things just don't come like we want it to, you know. The teacher up here and you think it's just gonna be sweet. It's not set up like that. Okay? But it's a lesson in how these brothers and sisters who are scholars, who are sages in our realm, right? It's a lesson, it's a blessing when you can sit with these brothers and learn. Islam, Allah the Father, universe, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam. Let us learn. See? Now, some people might say, Neil Bay, you calling them sages. Well, look, Morris, it is what it is. Each one of them controlled by Allah's permission. Groups and tribes of Els and Bays who will their way to Allah. So whether you want to recognize them for who they are or whatever, I don't want to get caught up in that. I don't want to get caught up into the hate, but I want to share with you. Personally, I can tell you about Rasadi. I know him. I'm not going to use social media to say, oh, Rasadi, this, Rasadi. Moors, if you go sit with that Moor, you're going to get some degrees from that elder, that senior officer, that brother, okay? Now, social media, he's a different brother. But if you want to know something about the prophet and what the prophet didn't bring, go sit with someone like that because he's going to tell you in your face, Mo, you crazy. Okay? When we were studying that sovereign citizen stuff, Masadi called me back in the 90s and told me, More, you know better. If you say you was over there with Warner Bay them and this person and that person, you know that you shouldn't be teaching that because they weren't teaching that. He told me exactly what Moors are saying today. Rasadi said it many years ago. But not only that, he shared other degrees with me. Islam. And we continue in this movement. His ways, but Neil Bay got his ways. sight of the public. And I'm saying that, Moors, because I get so frustrated when I hear Moors figuring, because if you don't pay dues, far as I don't give my money to Recital Hill, or I don't give my money to Bailey Hill, or I don't give my money to you, I'm not with you. And that's not the truth, Moors. Because, see, I can give money to every so-called leader of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Do that really value? So we shouldn't get caught up on the money. We should get back to what Allah told us to focus on. It's just that simple. Those Moors got their degrees, right, that Allah has gave to them to give to you, and you got to go sit with them. If you're in this circle, this sacred circle, don't be blindsided by anyone. That's what I tell brothers and sisters who come and they say, well, I see you as my grand sheik. I send you to Bailey Hill. I know what Bailey Hill gonna say about Brother Ardnell Bay, but I'ma still tell you, go learn from him. Because I did. I'ma send you to Braswell Bay. I'ma send you where I know they're gonna speak harsh words of me. But in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, we still love them. And we don't hold no malicious feelings toward those brothers or sisters or anyone in any group. But we got work to do. We got work to do. And from each brother that I can name or sister that I can look up and say that I can see them as being a guider in this nation of the Moorish Science Temple of America today, all of them desire to see the Prophet Noble lead Moors. That's the problem. That's the problem. See? Of the Moorish Holy Quran, the Moorish Science Temple of America, when the Prophet tells us to study ourselves, right? I think we need to go back and study ourselves because we're letting our egos get in the way of doing divine and national work of uplifting ourselves and our people. And Allah's going to chastise us for our wrongdoings. Truly. Now, all those brothers are another degree that I got from Recital Hill, see? If I would listen to them, and anybody who was with me, right, they would listen. We wouldn't speak. See? Where you get that from? Recital Hill. Why are you saying this? I'm letting you Moors know that you got to go sit with all these different Moors. It's just like any other way of life. To get a true understanding, for the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America to unfold for you to truly understand and see things from one way, you're going to have to move around. You have to spin your disc. Moors used to say, Moor, you know how to spin the disc? Right? You got to move around. I'm not saying that you got to jump from this group, from that group to that group. You can have your Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. You don't have to carry no bones, right, from another brother or sister. You should, right? And the reason I say that is because in our Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Prophet has told us and has explained to us how we move in the silent and sisters brotherhood as well. So, Moors, you at your Moorish Science Temple of America, and there are sages among you today, and you got to go and get those lessons that they receive. Got some history. about this Moorish Science Temple America here. See, brothers and sisters moan certain people's names and say certain people's names. He got archives of some things, Moors, that I think that you should go and ask him about. You want to know about the 13 bald head Moors? You should know about the 13. They did great works. See? And now you see the same platform of what they set out there is used in the Nation of Islam today by Brother Louis Farrakhan. See? Mm-hmm. Same platform. So Moors, you gotta go out here and you gotta have an ear to hear, Moors. And let us come away from all this division. Let us come away from, let us come away from, I want to fight this brother. I want to fight this sister. Let us have an ear to hear and let us see how we can learn to work with each other and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, because there's much work for all of us to do in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Islam, there's only one grand body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. If you don't know, I don't know who or what's been told to you, there's only one Moorish Science Temple of America. Noble Drew Ali is the head of the Moorish Science Temple of America. There is no other Noble Drew Ali. There is only one Noble Drew Ali, who came in the year 1886, and he left the physical flesh in 1928. Islam 1920. Excuse me, 29, pardon me. These Moors are coming up with things. We don't want to be disrespectful, but Noble Drew Ali is Noble Drew Ali. I am not Noble Drew Ali. I am not the reincarnated part of Noble Drew Ali. I respect Moors, but certain things, I keep it according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, Moors, and I don't understand that, so I don't get into that. I'm not going to bash any group of Moors. We all love Noble Drew Ali, Moors. Some of us are a little bit more zealous than the others. Prime example, the way we use the Hers Revised Statute. When you use the Hers Revised Statute a certain way, Noble Drew Ali becomes your father. For every religious nation, there's a father. For every religious nation, there's a father. Yeah. Noble Drew Ali is your father. Allah is your father. Read your nationality card, Moors. This is why you shouldn't change your nationality card. This is why you should go sit with those 7 sages of today and see what you can grab from them. Because see, you go sit with Braswell Bay, you're going to get the core of the Moorish Science Temple of America that was set up by Prophet Noble Drew Ali from 1913 to 1928. Same thing you get from Brother Recital Hill. You get the same thing from D. Bailey Hill. And you need that. We need to know about Crumley Bay, right? Charles Bay. We need to know about certain governors, right? And no disrespect, if you start from 1934, you'd never hear some of those names in your public meetings or in your... You won't. You know of the mother in the Sunday schools that it wasn't teaching anything about Emilio. There's nothing mentioned about Emilio back then like it is today. I can remember when I first met Brother D. Bailey Hill back when I was younger. It wasn't a lot of Moors in tune with D. Bailey Hill or Sister D. Millie Hill back then. And they were happy with 40, 50 Moorish American Muslims, okay? As a group, 40 to 50 people in the 80s in Chicago. Is wrong? And I'm saying that because to them, to stay away from everybody, that was love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And that's not what Noble Drew Ali instruct us to do. So who are we going to follow is what I'm sharing with you. Are we going to follow man? We're going to follow Allah and his prophet. Are we going to follow man? Or are we going to follow Allah and his prophet? And if we're going to follow Allah and his prophet, then that means that we are servants of humanity. And we all have a gift. We all have a talent. Now, what you going to do with your talent, Mo? Are you going to keep sitting on your gifts? Are you going to keep waiting until you 70, 80, talking about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it and when you're going to do it? Seriously, the Moorish Science Temple of America, Divine National Movement, Moors, if we all get busy today, we can see overnight success. Politically, socially, economically, in all kind of different ways if we wake up and just be obedient to Allah and his divine prophet. Not shouting, not fussing, but I'm just being real. We got to wake up and change the situations that we are in. We are the creators. We are the creators who create our own hell. You hear a lot of brothers say, yeah, you know, I know the science, and I got these degrees, and I got that degrees, but they still broke. In many forms and many fashions, they still broke. How can you reach and teach the people if you're broke? Your mind gonna be on fiat or gold or currency. So then you're going to fleece the people. Because now, what's up here, you're going to speak that. You're going to seek that. But if you was to go, right, Islam, brother, and go to the group, 30 days to fund your life, because I know everyone has issues with their credit. Everyone has issues with their credit. So why not go in the group, right? It's on Facebook, 30 days to fund your life, and get free information. And think about if we had a national Grand Sheikh or a Supreme Grand Sheikh say we're going to get 7 of what Ardnell Bay got 1 of. We're going to get 7 of them. Or something greater. We're giving you the information for free. Take it. Use it. Don't let hate get in your way and say, oh, that more ain't with me, so we ain't going to use that. I just go pay the Irish community, or I pay the German Americans. I'm not going to use what Neil Bay has. That's hate. That's hate. Neil Bay ain't took no money from no one. Neil Bay ain't stole anything from anyone. He ain't beat no one up. He ain't misused the sisters. He ain't misused anything of the prophet. So what make you want to despise and be so hateful against the brother as such? Because he's not under your leadership? Wow. If you're with the prophet, I'm with you. And we don't have to carry no bones about no other leader or no other group of Moors. I don't have to know what you do in your sacred chambers. Let me say it again. If you're with Allah and you're with Noble Drew Ali, we are together one way or another. Now you figure out how we can work together in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. But do Neil Bay carry bones? Nay, Moors. People say what they want, Morris. We're going to keep working in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We're looking for officers who are ready to build a cemetery for us, build schools for us, build holistic clinics for us, okay? In the name of Noble Drew Ali. We're not here to championship and argue about all the old fights of 1970s and the 80s. We need some schools set up. Where's our credit unions? See? Where's our holistic clinics that's connected to each temple? Huh? Where do our school programs come from? Do we have a school program set up for our children who are the guiders of the nation? If you have a Sunday school, you don't have to go to the state or to the government or any other government besides your own, which is the Moorish Temple of America Divine National Movement, and set up your school system. Every Sunday you have Sunday school. You don't have to go ask them how to do your Sunday school or what you can teach in your Sunday school. Moors, we need schools set up in every state, in every city, wherever there's a temple, there should be schools, Moors. Learning centers, teaching our children how to use these lessons in every way, right, to help themselves. Computer programs set up, right, teaching them how to build resumes, teaching them how to use the computer in ways that's going to benefit them and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. That's what you do in your learning centers, right? Then you have classes on how to start banks and banking accounts and savings accounts and things like that for your 14 and 15-year-olds. Don't wait till they're 18 and 19. Start that very early. That's what we do here. So again, get with some of those brothers, because that's what I had to do, right? Sit with them, let them share with me their stories, their history, right? And you're going to get some degrees, Moors. I guarantee in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And you don't have to carry any bones. You shouldn't despise Bailey Ill because you're working with Recital Ill. You shouldn't despise Arnil Bay because you're with Jones Bay, or you shouldn't get caught up into that man stuff. That's not of Allah, and that's not of Noble Drew Ali. That's something else. And they validate within the Prophet, but more the Prophet ain't none of that. Anything that's confusion, that Prophet Noble Drew Ali ain't in it. It's just that simple. So the Prophet ain't in it. All those who try to say that they got all power and all authority and nobody else can do nothing in the name of Noble Drew Ali. Noble Drew Ali didn't say that. He didn't. So now how can you come out and say what you're saying today when you can go back and see reference of Brother Lomax Bey yelling in that crazy voice to our Prophet what he'd do and don't send no more money to the Prophet? How did the Prophet handle that situation? Now you bigger than the Prophet. You gonna tell people, oh, that ain't no Grand Sheik. He ain't with me. I ain't no Grand Sheik. Or however they doing that stuff. It's not of Noble Drew Ali. Won't work. It worked in the 70s. It worked in the 80s. It's not gonna work today. Because people are looking at words, acts, and deeds to see who's who. See, they're using the Prophet's Holy Quran and they're reading in part. Then they're looking at you and I, and they're going to read us. The only Quran that they truly see is you and me. And from there, that's where they get their reality of Noble Drew Ali. And I'm speaking to the Moorish American Muslims who are leaders in the Moorish Temple of America and who's probably a general or supreme or whatever title they have been sovereign to with their group of Moors. When it comes to this divine and national movement, Moors, Allah alone guides the destiny of the Moorish Temple of America. I always heard this from all elders. I don't care what lineage, group, tribe, however they trace themselves back to the prophet. You always hear them say, Allah alone guides the destiny of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And you hear them say that Noble Drew Ali is the head of the Moorish Science Temple of America, not Ardnell Bay, not none of these other people. Islam, Noble Drew Ali is on the scene. How is Noble Drew Ali on the scene? Through his Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, through every word that he wrote was spirit. Every word he wrote was spirit. Islam. So get with those elders. I have seen his babies, okay, in New York. We was out in New York and they treated us with love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. His babies breaking down the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America and able to stand on it using Bible, using Holy Quran, standing on it like they were divine ministers, praise Allah, where my wife was in tears. That was the first time my wife had ever seen it. See, because I get around these receive from different groups within the realm of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And I share that with you. If you ever want to see something, know something, go sit with these different entities or groups or schools of thoughts that love Allah, that love Noble Drew Ali. Islam, in this new era and time, Moors, we got to find a way to make this work in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice for us, by us. So if all of them got to be considered as some type of general amongst us, chapter 47, verse 14, another degree again, and I don't want to share too much from that more. We got to do something in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Daweed is not on the scene publicly, so we don't have anyone over here who stands up and say they're the supreme thing. We move according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, chapter 47, along with the charter, 14 officers, Islam, yeah, 7 to 7, 14. And from there we're moving. We're moving more. We're asking Allah to guide us to get work done. See, we need missionaries throughout the United States. So call us more at that 1-877-808-2477 and give us a call, because we're looking for missionaries throughout the United States. Again, we need those who are certified, who have credentials, so we can open up temples with holistic clinics connected to the temples, okay? Then we can set up a nurse program, etc. More as we want to do some things in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and we have many things mapped out. We don't have aid and assistance from brothers like Moulton Bay, Wilcox Bay, Brother Asir Dukatir, Brother Asir Dukatir, Moulton Bay, Wilcox Bay, Charles Bay. All of them have been working on things for us on the government side, okay? So there's a lot that we know we can do in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And we have templates for grand chiefs who wants to work with home office, Islam. You don't have to leave from your leadership. There is a way that we can contract, that we all can work together in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. But it don't make sense if we have documents that's working for us, right? For our children, right? For whatever situation it might be, for our township, for our village, then why wouldn't you want to use, again, the same forms, the same templates that we're using, okay? Prime example also for those who do a lot of traveling. We have had connection with TSA. There's certain things that they won't do with Moorish American Muslims that they do to other people. there have been Moorish American Muslims who have been able to travel using vacation. You see? And TSA has given them no problem. So why not learn these different formats and templates that you as a leader can use with your group of Moors? Are you letting them shoot your children up because they're going to public schools with poison? See, in home office we have forms that you can get, Grand Sheikhs, and you can take these forms and you can read over them. Okay, we need this for our children. Baptism certificate. We don't use birth certificate. We don't use the social security numbers. Why should we? Babylon is files. All Moorish American Muslims should have, not just the Sheiks, not just, it's not favoritism. All Moorish American Muslims should have Islam. So, we also have with Moors how to travel on Moors. Islam, every time I travel, I have my fez in the back. Whereas I can always grab it. It's right up, it's stuck behind, but it's back there. You Moors, when you're traveling, mainly when you're taking care of business, Islam, always, certain things you need to do as a Moorish American Muslim. If you're going to deal in commerce and you're handling certain affairs, you got to be different. Even Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told his followers to be different from the other people or the people of the world. And that's how we got to be as followers with Prophet Noble Drawlee. We must be different in how we handle business, our affairs. We must be different. Even if we have our children in public schools, we must be different. We don't need their birth certificates. We don't need certain documents that's going to benefit them and really have no benefit for us. Islam. This is what home office is about. Again, some people call it government work, so government work. Islam. It's Pleasant Bay. Now, I know he teaching the Moorish American government, he teaching some other things, but I can remember Brother C. Warner Bay loved that Moor. And that Moor loved our spiritual father, Brother C. Warner Bay. Before he started writing books, almost everything he had, or he was putting together, Warner Bay, say they, that was Brother Arloville, and Brother C. Warner Bay held him up as one of the best teachers at that time, okay? But again, men fall out. Up into the old men fight. Stay out the old men fight. Get the lesson and stay away from all confusion. Islam. But the Brother Pleasant Bay shared some things with me on government when I was a child. Right? And now we see that it's all working, Moors. And you had Brother D. Bailey Ill, who was teaching on divine national movement and what that means. And then Khan Bey was coming back with the lessons that he received from Brother Turner Ill, who said he was taught directly and raised by the Prophet himself, right? All of them were speaking about government, but they all went to sleep. That's what they said. Allah be my witness. They went to sleep, Moors. They went to sleep. How did they go to sleep? They went to sleep arguing over who's the Supreme Grand Sheikh. I'm the Supreme Grand Sheikh. I can read your mind. And then this one say, I'm the Supreme Grand Sheikh, and I can knock you out. And then this one come, and I'm the Supreme Grand Sheikh because I have lineage. And this one come, and I'm the Supreme Grand Sheikh because I have a picture of the Prophet. Stay away from that. Allah alone is supreme in these affairs. Allah alone supreme, Moors. We Muslims now. Let us not get caught up. But what about the work? Noble Drawlee called us to do work, not argue over who gonna hold the post down. Allah and the Prophet gonna hold it down. Islam? So let us work, Moors. Go visit those 7 and go see and love truth, peace, freedom, and justice, what they have to offer for your best interest. Don't go arguing, go build. With that, I come in love, I leave in peace. Islam, let us come away from all that hate. Let us come away from hate and let us go sit with our elders so we can learn how to save ourselves. You sit with these elders, Moors, you're going to learn something. You ain't got to go outside of the fold and all that we got to go to voodoo and all that. If you stay in the divine instructions of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, those are cousins, but you ain't got to go nowhere. That I come in love, I leave in peace. Islam.